welcome to the Scrapbooking Studio. My name is Tracy Walker, and I'm a creative memories advisor in the Midwest, specifically Central Iowa near Des Moines. And welcome. Today we are going to do some sledding pages of my kids when they were tiny. Um, this is at our old house, and we haven't lived there in like 14, 15 years. Um, and so we're going to do a 2-page spread based off of the virtual crop that happened recently. That This is the layouts that were part of the virtual crop and the mystery bags. And we are going to take those and modify it. I do have a few more pictures than what they have here. Um, Also, I am going to use a border maker cartridge, maybe some stickers. Kind of need to decide on that one. And then there is a cutting guide that came with the mystery box, and so I've marked my pictures, well, not my pictures, my paper of what way they need to be cut. So let's get my pictures aside, and then where I've got some other mat cards and the sledding embellishments. So our base pages are going to be this kind of chevron herringbone, I'm not really sure what to call it, picture. The other side is this like little snowflake with little gems in the middle. But we are going to cut these paper. This one's going to be 6x9, and this one is 6x3, and 9x9, and 9x3. So get my trimmer out, put the arm out. Let's see. I am going to cut it this way. So I'm looking at the direction on the other side. So if I cut this in half, then I still have the ability to use the bottom part of that or the top part. Um, I get to make the decision. All right. So cut that in half. So now I still have this I could do something with if I wanted to. So I need a 6 by, and cut it at 3. And then there we go, 6x3. And then we're going to do 9x9. So we're going to cut this at 9. Oh, look at the other side. It's cracked ice. Okay, so 9. Get it lined up here. And then let me scrap. And then we'll cut at 3. All right. And we have those cut. And put that away down here for the moment. So let's go back and look at the layout. Wrong one. That was my last one. All right. So let's just look here. So the 9 is going to go, 9x9 is here. And sticky notes are really nice and helpful, especially when you're like taking an existing project recipe or layout and not using the same color. So it's great to mark those up. So then this can go here and this goes here, but just like that. And let's just kind of put my pictures on there just to see where they land before we start doing some other stuff. Okay, so these are, I cut these, so the total 4x4, but the pictures were cut to 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then, all right, so this one calls for this and this to be here and this to be here. So I did match them up pretty good for that. All right, so you got those. And then what we'll do is we can go in and do the snow border maker punch, or I can do, um, actually, let's use and let me look at the stickers as well. Let me find, let's just look at the stickers real quick and put my trimmer. I don't need my trimmer right now. Let's look at the border stickers real quick to see what we have here. So we have, I already used the snowflake ones. We have those. I'm going back and looking to like, do I use that up there and down there? And then use the mittens on the big ones? Or do I use, let's get some paper. Trying to decide what's really nice is, so you're deciding, okay, what cardstock do I need? On the front sheet, it'll tell you there's baby blue, blue, navy, cool gray, and cranberry. So I think I'm going to go with navy. Let's get some navy out and see. First, I'm going to look in my scraps. I have this folder and it's full of just different blue colored scraps. And so I kind of look through here and I'm like, okay, do I have any dark navy? That's the only piece I have right now. So I had the snowflake one in there. Let's find the mitten one. All right. So this is the brand new Border Maker cartridge. Oh, another thing we could also do is Mr. Snowman. They're not building, but I could punch out a row of black and a row of white and put those on there. So I am going to go through and cut all that, and I will be right back. Hi. All right. I decided what I'm going to do. Let's get some things adhered down first, and then I'll show you. Get this kind of centered, and then center this on there. Looks good. Get these pictures here. I still have debris. That's one thing for punches. There's a lot of debris. Sometimes it's like good stuff to recycle, and sometimes it's just annoying. So, all right, let's get that. Like crooked or something. Let's kind of tuck it in there, and that has a little bit. Get that straight. Right there, like that. Okay. All right, so we've got all that laid down. Let's go back to the sketch. So we've gotten all the pieces down for that. So the next part is um, what to decide to do with. Um, there's this line and then this border punch. So what I ended up doing is I'm going to do the snowflake here and here and have it like kind of up right on the edge. So then the back of the snowflake is that paper. And then I decided for the other that I was going to, I'm going to show you kind of how to like build a little snowman. So I did a strip of navy and a strip of white. And then we're going to put that along the top and the bottom here. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go through and I'm going to cut on the white, just cut all the hats off. And I go through and do that. And then get my punch lined up exactly right. Need to get my scissors and kind of finesse that. And then cut this end off here. And the snowman is the newest border punch that came out when Flurry of Fun came out. So what I'm going to do is put some adhesive, and I'm going to do it down here. Because if you get adhesive on your 13 by 13 mat, then it just becomes a sticky mess. And I need to like address and clean up because it is a hot mess right now. Okay, so I'm going to kind of line it up a little bit offset just so it gives it a little bit of like a shadow dimension. But I'm still going to try and just get the bottom matched up for that. And then, oh, I didn't cut off the end of this. Do that right now. All right. So you can see, what is that? Oh, like I had issues cutting. Okay. So you can see like his little hats are showing through and stuff. So we could put them down here, on here. Let's kind of like get the picture that goes there and just like, so that works just perfect if we have it run along there. So the other thing that I wanted to do is take this, like this is debris from the punch, and I'm just going to run it along the back end. And you can do this before or after you put the navy on, but I am just going through, and then this way I'm covering this up so like it shows it'll show little black dots through. You could also take the debris um, and do eyes. You can also take a black marker and just do dots. But this debris kind of works perfectly. It just fits right over the holes, and it doesn't have to look pretty because this is the back side of it. And then is that one long enough? Oh, it just is. All right. These are pieces, but there's a lot of little pieces that come out of this when it cuts. So yeah, you can get your adhesive, like your glue adhesive, the fine tip precision pen, and put like little dots, and then use the punch out from here. I've done that. It does take quite a bit of time. So the fastest is just taking a marker and putting in two little eyes and stuff. All right, I didn't get one here. There's that. I need just one more. All right. My cat is eyeing me like he's going to jump up here. He always wants to know what I'm doing. Okay, so now you can see the back from there. So let's get this adhered on. They don't have to. And then I'm just going to line it. I'm going to kind of tuck it underneath here. And then I'm just going to line. Oh, another thing we can do that's super cute to kind of elevate it just a little bit is, yep, so there we go. All right, I'm going to take this off and this off. Is highlight the hearts. So I feel like I'm going to, hold on, do one thing. I'm gonna make it so I'm cutting at the edge. All right. I'm cutting the edge and not cutting him off there at the end. All right, and I'm just gonna take my scissors and do that. And then I have a little heart punch. that's part of the Heart Punch Trio. And I'm going to get some cranberry cardstock from my stash. I know I have some. There we go. Cranberry is one of the ones that you can, it's complementing cardstock. That's part of our line. But you do this. And so I could fussy cut cut like a strip of red and then fussy cut. However, I found this is a lot easier and goes a lot faster. So do I have enough hearts? So it does have like, it's like some a couple circles, small, big. This is another way you could get some eyes for the snowman, but they seem kind of big. So it's part of a trio punch that is still available on the Creative Memories website. I'll put him aside for a moment and let's just adhere. I find it sometimes easier just to tape runner the stationery part than try to do small pieces. All right. Sorry about that. My allergies are driving me crazy. And so, all right, make sure you guys can see all that. So looky there. That's super cute. So we're gonna just do the same thing up there. So kind of go back and look at, I am gonna need, I wonder if I have enough or am I gonna have to punch out more? I am not going to have enough. So I'm gonna have to punch out one more strip after this. So I'm going to put you on pause and I will be right back. All right, I am back. As you can see, I have put down the snowman. I haven't done the hearts yet, so I need just 2 hearts. One, so I catch the debris and throw it off to the side. Okay, so I need 2 hearts. And then what I ended up doing with the snowflake, I just put it on the wrong. I put it on his head and not on his heart. Oops. There we go. Got those there. All right, so what I ended up doing is I took the snowflake chain and I took baby blue cardstock, cut it into a 3/8, ooh, can't talk, 3/8 inch strip, and then I cut that strip into just little squares. I didn't like measure or anything. And then what I did is I'm just like kind of trimming the edges off of it. And then this way it covers it up. Trying to do a strip, I just couldn't get the width right where it would cover the snowflake and not stick out for that. And so I ended up doing it this way. It is a little more tedious, but the nice part is you don't have to exactly measure it. I'm just going through, and I'm only going to need like 3 for the top and 3 for the bottom. So I am doing that. Get the last 2 done. And then we can get the pictures on here as well. And then sometimes you just kind of have to turn it a little bit to get it to cover up that part. You don't have to take off a whole bunch, just enough that you can't see it from the other side. So, all right, so we're gonna do 3 here. So I'll do, I'm gonna take my trimmer and kind of, okay, so let's that, and then cut it again. All right, and so this is scrap for now, unless I decide someplace else to put it. And then let's kind of get this little bit of debris and get it in the trash there. All right, tape runner. Turns out, oh, I can. All right, tape runner the top, tape runner the bottom, and then you've got, how cute is that? It's got the snowman and the snowflakes. And then we're going to get, here's our pictures. And those are going to fit just right in there. So let's do that. I matted the pictures on just white old backer sheet, the thicker ones. A couple years ago, the backer sheets were really thick cardstock, and so I've just um, hold on to them in a folder, and I use them for scraps. I also use them for matting pictures, things like that. So for that, and this is, well, what year is this? This is March. This is March 2006. So like around spring break, I think, is when this is. Um, when the kids were little. Like she's gonna be 25 next week. So and this is our old house. Our old house, we kind of lived, I would say, like almost in the country. Um, but it was like unincorporated area of our county. And so we didn't have sidewalks, and we had just like these little hills and stuff. And so we all the neighborhood kids would come over and sled. Let's see. I know I got more tape runner here somewhere. If I don't, that's not repositionable. It's like I always never have enough. Okay. Well, I'll have to go find some. For now, we'll just use, I'm just going to use a regular tape runner and get these put down. And then kind of get this here. And then get this one. And then get them lined up. So you kind of just line them up first and then push them down. Oops. That still moved. Okay. Here we go. Now, there's winter out fun. There's like let's go sledding. I know I have I laughed thrill of the hill. Like our hill was like really pathetic. So but you know what? The kids absolutely loved it. So I have no complaints. Let's see. Let's make sure to get the sled going the right way. So these all are I feel like oh, let's see here. I have this shape cards or die cut shape that kind of you just kind of tuck it, and then this way, like it's not, the colors aren't getting lost in that one. And then I like mitten, put the boots here for that, and then the grill of the hill, that and that. I might put these. Let's see what other shapes do I have that might, I don't know, maybe I don't like Like that shape. There's this one. Thing is I would do that and cover up the other thing. Okay, so then have Thrill of the Hill, have this and this in here, just like that. I think that looks great. Move my empty tape runner out of the way. So what I'll end up doing is using some foam tape, and um, I also have specific foam tape scissors because foam tape makes your scissors sticky. And so I need to really take these downstairs and clean them up. All right. So when you're doing bigger pieces like this, um, it's nice to have the foam tape. Okay, this one. All right. I took a short minute because my phone was ringing. My phone's on silent. However, if my family calls, it rings through. And so it was my husband who is currently traveling for work. And so he had a moment and he was checking in, which I greatly appreciate. So, anyways, small family interruption for that. So, I put foam squares on Let's Go Sledding. I switched out to give some more color, like have the red from the stick. I used a red sticker and then put the boots here. And then I found a different shape. And then from my stash that matches that one. And go from there and then use some foam tape on this one. And we're getting close. Those Thrill of the Hill. I laugh because that was a pretty sad hill that we had. But you know what? Our kids thought it was the best thing ever at the time, and they got to be outside even when it was cold. And so we had all the neighbor kids would come over, and I could see them outside my front window. So you knew what they were up to. Plus, you could hear them and stuff. So, because my youngest in 2006 would have been an infant, so made it easier for me to supervise the older ones, and they could go outside and play. Okay, get that guy there for that. And so once again, we use the Snow Pal Border Punch, which is just currently uh, available. Came with the Snow of Flurry, and that's the Snow of Flurry paper that I use. Um, Mats, these are the sledding embellishments, as well as I used some of the stickers from that one. The layout, oh, and also the snowflake chain punch. Layout came from it's the project recipe for the most recent mystery box and for the virtual crop that recently happened for that. And we punched out the snowman in navy and in white, cut off a hat, or cut off the hats of the white so that the navy hats would show through, and then used a little punch to do the hearts. I think that looks super cute. On the back of the snowflake, I put baby blue cardstock so that it was solid and you didn't see two different patterns underneath for that. So, well, thank you for joining me today for this layout. I think it turned out great. Two more pages done. I'm super excited. And these are years I haven't done. So, well, thank you again for joining me. Like I said, if you live in the Midwest, Central Iowa, I do hold events. My next event is December 14th. I do have spots open for that, and I'll put the link below in the description. Thanks. Have a great day.